Hey everyone, welcome in. Ever feel like that logistics side of your business is a whole other beast you need to...
Totally.
We're diving into that today. Specifically, we're trying to make sense of whether optimizing your logistics is something you can handle in-house or need to outsource.
Yeah, the age-old question.
To help us get a handle on all of this, we've got a fascinating mix of materials to unpack. First up, we've got excerpts from a presentation by AntsRoute, a popular route optimization platform. And add another layer to this, we've got a really insightful blog article titled Logistics Outsourcing Best Practices for 2025. It's from September 2024, so we're talking hot off the press insights here.
Ooh, very nice. Cutting edge.
What's really interesting is how this article goes beyond just route optimization and tackles the broader question of whether outsourcing your logistics is the right move. I mean, we're all short on time, and sometimes it feels easier to just let the experts handle things, right?
Right.
But is it really the best move for every business?
That's the million-dollar question.
Well, before we go down that rabbit hole, let's zoom in on AntsRoute.
Yeah.
I was looking at their presentation, and they threw out some impressive numbers. We're talking 20–25% savings, which, let's be honest, in this economy is huge EE.
Absolutely. Every penny counts.
And it's not just for the big players either. They work with companies with one delivery vehicle, all the way up to fleets of hundreds.
Wow, so they've got something for everyone at AntsRoute.
The magic, if you can call it that, is really clever algorithms and a platform that you can tweak to fit your specific needs. Think traffic patterns, those narrow delivery windows that seem impossible to hit, even the different capacities of your vehicles. AntsRoute factors all of that in to create the most efficient routes possible.
So it's not just about finding the shortest route on Google Maps, right?
Exactly. It's way more sophisticated than that.
I like it.
What's fascinating here is that they seem to nail that balance between powerful tech and actual user friendliness. Because what good is a super sophisticated platform if it takes a degree in rocket science to use it?
Right, totally.
Exactly. AntsRoute emphasizes that their platform is designed to be easy to use, even for drivers who aren't, tech wizards. Plus, it integrates with the systems you already use,
Right.
like your CRM or ERP. Customer satisfaction is a major benefit of using their platform. They've got features like real-time tracking and proactive communication with customers, which helps manage expectations and builds that all-important trust.
So they've got all the bases covered, it seems.
Yeah.
So far, so good. Right. AntsRoute seems like it has a pretty good handle on optimizing those day-to-day logistical headaches.
For sure.
Should we be zooming out and looking at the bigger picture of outsourcing your logistics entirely? That's where our blog article, Logistics Outsourcing Best Practices for 2025, comes in really handy.
Okay, outsourcing logistics sounds great in theory, but what does that actually look like for my business?
Right, what does it actually mean?
The article gives this great example using e-commerce.
Okay.
Imagine this. You're running an online store, orders are flying in, which is amazing, right? But then you realize you're drowning in the logistics of it all. Storing inventory, packing boxes, constantly running to the post office. It's taking over your life.
It's the classic be careful what you wish for scenario. Your business is booming, but you're totally overwhelmed.
Exactly. That's where outsourcing comes in.
Yeah.
Instead of becoming a prisoner of your own success, you find a third-party logistics provider, a 3PL. They take care of everything. Warehousing, picking and packing those orders, shipping them out, even handling those dreaded returns.
So it's like having an entire logistics department, but without the headaches and overhead.
Exactly. It's great to have someone else handle things, but what about control?
Yeah, that's always the trade-off, isn't it?
You're absolutely right to be asking that. The article doesn't sugarcoat it. The biggest worry with outsourcing is that potential loss of control.
Makes sense.
You're handing over a crucial part of your business, and if things go wrong, it can impact your bottom line and even your reputation.
Oof.
So it's not a decision to be taken lightly.
Definitely not. So how do you mitigate that risk? Due diligence is key.
Well, besides doing your happy dance when a company has amazing online reviews, the article offers some really practical advice. It really boils down to two things: choosing the right partner and setting crystal clear expectations from day one. Don't be afraid to ask those tough questions. What's their track record like? What kind of technology are they using? How do they handle disputes or those unexpected disruptions that always seem to pop up in the world of logistics?
Right, because those things are bound to happen.
And just like in any good relationship, communication is key. The article emphasizes that having clear communication channels, regular check-ins, and performance reviews, and agreed upon KPIs can make all the difference.
Communication is everything.
It's about being on the same page and making sure everyone is working towards the same goals.
Absolutely. But it's not just about being cheaper. It's about working smarter,
Right. Working smarter, not harder.
Exactly. You're tapping into a level of expertise that might be difficult and expensive to build in-house.
Yeah, that makes sense.
These 3PLs, they eat, sleep, and breathe logistics.
They live it.
They're already up to date on the latest technologies, industry best practices. Plus, they often have these amazing relationships with carriers and suppliers that you might not have access to as an individual business.
Right, it's all about those through the growing pains and figured out the most efficient systems, and now you can reap the benefits.
Exactly. And those benefits often translate to better rates, faster shipping times, and ultimately happier, more loyal customers.
Music to any business owner's ears. Is this the right solution for every business? I mean, there must be some scenarios where it makes more sense to keep things in-house.
The article makes it clear that there's no magic formula here.
Right.
It's about taking a step back and honestly assessing if outsourcing aligns with your specific needs and goals.
So how do you know? What are some signals that it might be time to call in the pros?
They actually highlight some red flags.
Okay, what kind of red flags?
Well, one major one is if your logistics costs are starting to look like a hockey stick. Maybe shipping rates are eating into your margins, or you're constantly scrambling to find more warehouse space. That's a sign that your current setup might not be able to handle your growth.
Or maybe your business is experiencing explosive growth, which is fantastic, but you're finding it hard to keep up with the sheer volume of orders.
Totally. Rapid growth can put immense pressure on your logistics operations.
Right.
If you're spending all your time packing boxes instead of, focusing on strategic decisions that grow your business,
yeah,
that's a clear sign that outsourcing might be the way to go.
And this is where it gets really interesting to tie it back to AntsRoute. If your main pain points revolve around route optimization, maybe AntsRoute is that perfect middle ground.
Right.
But if you're looking for a complete overhaul of your logistics, warehousing, fulfillment, the whole 9 yards, then those 3PLs might be the better option.
It's all about finding the right fit for your needs.
So let's say you've listened to this, done some soul searching, and decided, you know what, outsourcing is the right move for me. This article, it provides a clear roadmap for making it happen. And that's where it goes from interesting to incredibly useful.
For sure.
The article walks you through everything from conducting a cost-benefit analysis, because numbers matter.
They always do.
To choosing the right provider for your needs. It even touches on negotiating a solid contract.
Ooh, very important.
Because at the end of the day, even though we're talking about logistics, it still boils down to human relationships.
100%.
You want a partner who understands your business, not just another vendor.
Absolutely.
Building a strong partnership is something the article highlights throughout. It's about open communication, shared goals, and that foundation of trust.
Yeah.
Now, even if you find the perfect logistics partner, the journey doesn't end there. You can't just hand over the reins and assume everything will run smoothly forever.
Right, you can't just set it and forget it.
You've got to stay in the driver's seat, even when outsourcing.
Absolutely.
The article really stresses the importance of ongoing monitoring, using key performance indicators to track how things are going, and being flexible enough to adapt and optimize your approach over time.
Right, continuous improvement.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. Being informed about the ever-changing world of logistics is crucial.
Absolutely. That sound super futuristic, but are already starting to reshape how we move things around.
It's crazy how fast things are changing.
It's mind-blowing. And this is where I think partnering with a company that's on top of those trends, whether it's AntsRoute or a cutting-edge 3PL, can really give you a competitive edge.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's not just about solving today's challenges. It's about being prepared for whatever tomorrow throws your way.
I love that. Whether you decide to keep things in-house, team up with a 3PL, or find that perfect hybrid approach, we hope this deep dive has equipped you to make informed decisions that fuel your business growth.
Here.
And hey, if AntsRoute sounds like it might be a good fit for you, we'll be sure to drop a link to their website in the show notes.
Always happy to connect you with great resources.
Absolutely. And remember, the learning never stops. We're always here to help you stay ahead of the curve.
Until
next time, happy shipping, everyone.
Happy shipping.